Well, anyway, I don't really gotta introduce you because in the YouTube photography world, I'm pretty sure most people know who you are. If you don't, this is Willem.
What's
everybody.
up?
So just like the video with Matt Day, and I also did another video like this in general where it's just like a type of, I guess, photography misconceptions within, like, I guess, the photography world, whether it be like Instagram photography, YouTube photography, or like just being a photographer in general. Some things can get misconstrued because I guess, like, as photographers, we just show photographs and, you know, the process of taking those photographs. But there's a lot of behind the scenes shit that a lot of people probably wouldn't think of, or I don't know, I guess know happens, or some people just have like this conception of things versus how they really are. So I guess today we're going to be talking about being a YouTube photographer, or just being a photographer on YouTube. I don't want to call you a YouTube photographer or anybody a YouTube photographer, but just what it's like to be a photographer on YouTube. Yeah. So first of all, when did you start the YouTube videos for photography?
I think it was probably 3 years ago at this point. Just started making some videos that were like super awkward and even more monotone than they are now.
I remember I used to watch, like, the first video I saw yours, you were like in like a white room and had like a Supreme, like one skateboard deck on the wall.
It's still right like, there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but that's the one.
Like, I was so confused. I was like, I oddly enjoy this video, but like, what's going on for real? Like, I was so confused. I was like, is he happy? Because like you smile, but then like I wouldn't know why, and then like
I still do that. I feel like people call me out all the time on that, but that's just how I am. I mean, it started just like, you know, I was making videos as I was learning things about photography, so it was super casual and not very formal at all, and it was just like, as I was learning things, figuring things out, I would make a video about them, and it was pretty much like when I got into film, I started that channel. And
it's crazy that you like started this channel while you were learning it. Yeah. It seemed like you already had so much knowledge about like what you were doing. So I think that was also like an appeal to like watching the channel.
I mean, I was taught all the film stuff in school, and that's kind of when I started it, because I was like, this stuff is basic and I feel like I can cut out all the extra BS that we're doing in school and just talk about the important things. But I was doing like video and stuff before that, so I knew how to use a camera. Now
that like you are a photographer on YouTube and your channel has grown and all that, how would you say, I guess, that's affected how you take photos now? Like, because sometimes I feel like when I go out, it's like how do you separate making photos for a YouTube video or just like making photos and recording a YouTube video at the same time? Like photos for a YouTube video, or just taking photos and a YouTube video?
That's the hardest part of it all, and I'm sure you have that same like struggle, but it is really difficult. Sometimes I specifically go out and say I'm not gonna film this because I want to try to make some actual photos. But one thing that people definitely don't realize is that like if you post a video and not all the photos are bangers, it's probably because you were also focused on this whole second aspect of trying to tell the story and make the video of 100%. Making the photos, you know?
Yeah.
And I know you talked about that too, and I was like, that is just so true that, you know, people just see the photos and they see you doing the things, but they don't realize kind of all what goes into it and how much there is to think about in that moment.
I feel like that too. I know a lot of people low-key got mad at me. Like sometimes, bro, you know, you follow me on the internet, so like, you know, I just like be talking, like, and I do this thing where like I talk and then like think about like what I said after I said it. And like sometimes it's a bad thing, and sometimes like I don't really care, but like I'm like, bro, I be talking, then like somebody will get mad at me like, oh, well, photography shouldn't be about this or like that. And it's like, my nigga, like I do photography on the internet. Like what do you expect from me? Like there's gonna be a point in time where like I run into an issue to where like, am I making, because I do YouTube videos, like, so do I go out and I film videos, and you niggas want to see YouTube videos. If I don't post a video, then niggas gonna be tripping. So it's like, do I go out and I make these photos for YouTube, or do I go out and I make these photos for myself? Because if I go out and make these photos for myself, I'm not gonna bring my video camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes the photos that I take for YouTube are good photos, and I'm like, wow, these are very good photos. But like, there's always that aspect of like, I did this for a video.
Yeah, whenever there's filming involved, it will always alter what you do in a lot of ways. Like, I'll definitely also take pictures that I don't necessarily feel super passionate about, just because I know like I want to make a video and kind of fill it. But the way it's presented, sometimes it seems like I'm saying, you know, this is my best work, even though that's not at all the case. Like, this was me just casually doing things. And one thing I have found that helps a lot is just like, I film on my phone a lot. You know, 95% of the footage where I'm out shooting is just filmed on my phone, because I find that
I noticed that.
What's that?
I said I noticed that.
Yeah, it's just easier, because once you take that photo, then you just whip out the phone real quick, grab a couple clips, and then yeah, that's that.
Yeah, has anybody ever like, because like I feel like being like on YouTube, like people feel like, oh, it has to be like the best, like the video has to be the best quality, but like some of my like worst quality videos have done really well. So it's like, do you really need like, because like a lot of people would like, I won't even start a YouTube channel about photography until I got like a camera, like a video camera that's like quality, and I can do all this B-roll and shit like that. And then it's like, now it's like I'm a nerd times fucking 2 because all this other shit. But it's like, do people care that you like film with like your iPhone or not?
I think the majority of people don't even notice.
Yeah.
You know, the phones look so good now that
they do.
You just really don't notice. And a lot of the times the audio I get out of the phone is like better than the audio from my camera somehow, because it just has like software that fixes everything. I went out and filmed the first video in a long time that was shot on a real camera outside, and it was this camping vlog I did.
Just seen that.
And it was like so much extra work to just film on a real camera versus the iPhone. It did look better, but it was like 10 times the work, and the photos definitely weren't as good. So
being a YouTube photographer, well, not YouTube photographer, do you feel like being like having a presence on YouTube and being a photographer, that you have to like, I guess, have some type of vibe about yourself that's like likable, or do you just like, I mean, I'm sure you don't give a fuck, but like, I feel like most people would be like, because there's, bro, when I watch photographers on YouTube, they're always like, there's this, I don't know, they're always like, hey guys, what's up? Like, they're like super excited and like fucking like over the top about everything. And then it's you, where it's like, you took a like really good photo and you're like straight face.
I just can't do that. I can't be that presented, you know. I'm not a presenter. I try to just be a photographer and happen to film it, and like that, I don't know. I think it works in my favor sometimes when people see me or we meet for the first time. They're like, oh, you really are like you are on your videos. I'm like, yeah, I'm just super chill. I really can't force myself to be over the top for videos, even though I'm sure that, you know, that helps people with attention spans on the YouTube videos when you're like, what is up? But I just can't do that.
I 100% also am not with the presenting.
No, I like that you do that too. Like, oh my gosh, get off of here. I like that you do that too, because in your videos, I'm like, I watch them and I'm like, oh, I could imagine that this is really what you're like in real life to talk to and stuff. Back to the topic of like the shitty videos doing the best. My most watched video which is almost at 1 million views, is like an iPhone vlog of disposable cameras with my girlfriend. It's like, it couldn't get any lower than that, and that's my most viewed video, which is just so funny.
Bruh, it's hilarious because like, I always try to think of like videos that will do well. I'm gonna film it really good. I'm gonna do all these things for it, and it's like, it'll do okay. Like, I'm not gonna say it doesn't do well, because I mean, whatever. But then like, you'll do a video that like, bro, I shot this video on this 110 camera, and I fucking, first of all, I hate that camera. Second of all, I didn't, like, the effort I put into that video was very minimal. And it's like 100,000 views. And it's like, bro, what? Like, why this bit? Like, it's so random. Like,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people think you gotta like have these ideas and like things have to be filmed perfectly and you have to have this vibe and like there's a lot of things like you have to put into it, but like at the end of the day I think niggas just gotta be who they are and just like do what they want to do.
Totally. Yeah.
At the end of the day, because the fuck, like you would never think like like people do like big production videos and they do well, but like at the same time there's like things like some of the things that I watch on the internet like outside of photography are like shit, like they're terrible videos.
Totally.
Like, filmed terribly.
Yeah.
Terrible quality, like they're awful, put together terribly, and I like sit there and fucking watch the shit all day.
Yeah.
But like as photographers, you like have this quality, like this standard of your work. So like now you want to have this standard of a video for your work too. So it's fucking stupid. But
yeah,
what the fuck?
There's a lot of people who are like, oh, should I start, you know, a film photography channel? I feel like there's a lot of channels out there already, and I feel like it's just about, you know, I watch your channel not because I need to know about the RB67, but I watch your channel because I enjoy like your uniqueness.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the same reason, anybody else could start a channel and just be themselves, and as long as they're different to everybody else who's out there already, like that's gonna be fun to watch.
100%. I put it like it's like gaming channels, like where people play the same game. They're like there's 1,000 people playing like Fortnite or whatever the fuck people play, but like you're gonna watch a certain person for their personality and what they bring to the aspect of the community that they're in, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Speaking of meeting people too for the first time, bro, do you remember when I met you in B&H?
Yeah.
That was so fucking random. First of all, I'm in B&H minding my own business. And first of all, well, I don't know if you look sick. How tall are you? Like 6'3"?
6'2", yeah.
Tall as fuck.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'6", but we're not gonna talk about it. Listen. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? It was the most random shit. I guess not really random because you live in New York, but I was like, what in the fuck? And I was not expecting you to be that tall.
Really? That's so funny.
Not at all. I was like, bro, this nigga tall as fuck. My friends are like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, bro, like, don't worry about it. But
I think I wear baggy clothes and stuff, so people don't really think I'm that tall, but I think I'm fairly tall. And people always say that when they see me, they're like, whoa.
I was so confused. I was like, this nigga should be hooping. You worried about the wrong shots, my bro. 6'2", should have went to college for hooping.
Stop doing photography. Start going.
Yeah, bro. You worried about some different shots. But going back to that, yes, you are 100% in real life just how you were in your videos. I was like, this nigga is literally his videos in real life.
Yep, 100%.
But yeah, I respect that though too, because I think I don't even know if I said it in a video of mine before, but like you can respect people who like regardless of what's going on, because like I feel like photography can get oversaturated and definitely like overplayed, like a certain style, of course. And I like that regardless of like, because like I've read comments of like niggas like talking about your rock pictures and like like things of that nature, but like I respect that you have built this like style and stuck to it, and still like regardless of what niggas say, still just like that's what I do. Because at the end of the day, I feel like once you start changing yourself because people, or like changing the things you like because people are mad or like people have an opinion about it, then you're no longer doing it for the right reason.
Right. If I enjoy taking photos of a rock, like I'm gonna do it. And I really, the thing about posting yourself on the internet like that is just everybody gets an opinion on you and 100%. On your photos. And photos are a thing that's very easy to have an opinion on.
Yeah.
You going to the bathroom? Oh.
No. I was checking my camera to make sure it was still recording.
I was like, you're out of here. No, photos are a very easy thing to have an opinion on and to say, I like that or I dislike that. So it's like a very sensitive thing to put out your photos because, you know, all of a sudden everybody gets to say like, this is trash or this is great. And I just try to not let that affect me because, yeah, like you said, then you're not being authentic anymore. And
like if I like, I take pictures of people, and if I randomly like take a picture of a house, like or like grass or just something that's not like something I usually take pictures of, people are like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not why I follow you. And it's like, look, my nigga, at the end of the day, I like photography. I don't care what type of, like, I enjoy all photography. Like, there's I don't do conceptual photography, but there's conceptual photographers that I really like. You know what I'm saying?
Totally, yeah. Who knows? We'll see, I guess, when it...
Wait, fuck. Did you live in Ohio, like outside of your girlfriend, or is always like...
No.
You always... For some reason, I thought you were like living in Ohio or something.
No.
So when you moved here, you came straight... Oh, or let me just end this video before I start talking to you. Anyway,
yeah, sure.
That's Willem. That's Willem, everybody. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe, do all the stuff. Follow Willem, all that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
100%, bro. I'm happy we did this. Thank you.
Same.
All right, let me end this.
Cut.